All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back after our lunch break. We're going to do a quick recap of what happened this morning. Race 1 of the Sunfish, you can see on your screen now, Tanaj Manos taking first place in that, Joss second, Dai third, Trevor fourth, Noshawn fifth, Adron sixth, and that's how they stacked up for the top 6 in race number 1. Race number 2, again, Tanaj Manos on top, Dai Major taking second place, Joss was third, Noshawn fourth over Trevor, who was in fifth, and Keanu Hutchinson rounding out the top 6 on race number 2. So here's how they stack up so far. Overall standings in Sunfish, Tanaj is in the lead with 2 points. Dai Major is in second place with 5 points, and Joss Knowles also with 5 points. Noshawn and Trevor with 9, and Keanu is currently in 6th place with 13 points. Reg, you look at these scores. Anything stand out to you?
Just that Dai got on top of Joss. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, that was.
That, and I didn't see that in watching it. I missed it. But Tanaj is just far and above the top guy out there today. This is his win. This is his regatta. It looks like, and he's just moving away.
Absolutely.
But Josh. I expected Josh to do better, but obviously Dai has got his number today.
Yep, let's see what happens in race number 3, which is coming up. Here's the Opti current standings. Right now, Emmett is in first with 2 points. He won both the races. Sonny was second in both races. He's got 4 points. Tyrese was third in both races. He's got 6 points. Christina Manos is in fourth with 8 points, and behind her is Dallas Clark with 13, and Tylen Store with 14. Reg, what stands out to you in the Optis?
Obvious. Number 4, Christina.
Yeah, amazing. What a great start for her. I mean, that's great. We want to thank Doug with Fish Road Charters. He's been a great supporter of the club. Like he says, obsession is a good thing. If you need some fish, contact Doug. He will get you out there, and he's going to get you all over it. And if you need a place to stay, you're looking for something to buy, contact his wife, Wendy. If you rent, buy, or sell with me, you'll be treated like a VIP. That's how she treats her customers. So check them out, and they will be more than happy to take care of you. We love our sponsors.
Hideaways for the best in everything. You want to go, you have a nice room on the water, you want something to eat, check out Hideaways. Just off Queens Highway. As a matter of fact, we're just doing all of our starting just below Hideaways right now. So if you're out on the water, just you're down Hideaways, just look out at us and you'll see the regatta going on. Smitty's Pharmacy. Go see John if you've got any kind of ache, pain, whatever you need, certain medications, prescription filled, anything. Go see Smitty's Pharmacy just before you get to Dallas Lumber Yard. We're getting ready for the start of the 3rd Sunfish race. They're milling about here now, just at the stern of the boat.
30 seconds.
And in 30 seconds, we're going to be going. So I'm going to ring off here. We'll get this started and come back at you.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shoring, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when they get here, you hear them. Oh no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. The tumble is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-do, da-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, Oh no, we didn't know it's so much sweet like that. It's always made up this mainland and keys, and still all these, there's no place like these. South these winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know it's someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know it's someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This your assurance, oh, when you come down. Oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know it's someone sweet like that. Ex-summer is made up with his mainland and keys, and still all these, there's no place like these. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say, you find a friend, we hear them. Oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know it's someone sweet like that. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor, and where the wind blows, it blows like that to me. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You've been here once, you're coming back twice. 'Cause truly, 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 summer is Michael roll the boat ashore. Oh no, we didn't know. Got them coming back for more. Oh no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Oh no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Hear them. Oh no, we didn't know. Oh, oh. Oi, oi, oi. Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me, hey mama, hey grandpa.
On your screen right now, you're going to see the Optis in the starting sequence. They are 2.5 minutes from the start of their 3rd race. The Sunfish are off and away. Tanaj again has a lead. A lot of the guys are choosing to go close inshore. What would make them go inshore right now, Reg?
Big shift. Big shift. They saw it coming. He took it, he went in, and now they can practically go directly to the windward mark from going inshore. If he went offshore, you're in trouble. Because you picked the wrong side, you got that big shift to the right, and now you're going to end up back down here where you started. So, yeah, that's a big thing. And he's, again, Tanaj is gone. The wind is up, Dallas. It's up about 5 knots, I think. From the last race, so big wind out here, big fast speed, fast water. This is going to be a fast race.
Well, that's what's happening in the Sunfish. On your screen right now, we got the Optis. They are in their starting sequence. They are less than 2 minutes from the start of this next race. We're going to stay with them for the rest of this starting sequence. Emmett is your current leader in the Optis. There he is on your far left end of the screen. He's got 2 points, a couple of firsts under his belt. I want to see something from Lil D in this next race, Reg. I think he is underperforming so far. He's got a couple of 6th and 7th places. He should be in the top 3 in most of these races. So I want to see if he can step up in this heavier breeze. He's one of our bigger Opti sailors. I want to see if he can maybe put some pressure on these guys up at the top.
Well, he's hanging out at the back right now. We'll see where he positions himself. This is the big thing today, is getting that start. Because once you get upwind on today, it's going to be hard to... The wind is shifting so much, folks, back and forth. It's going more to the right. Started out about southeast, and now it's south-southeast, moving a little bit more, and it just had a huge shift. We think it might just be temporary, but that's going to... The course that we have set up, where the windward marker is just off the pavilion, and then we're starting down off Bow Bay. The wind now is coming like over Peace and Plenty. So the boat started out with a good heading, but got that big shift to the right, which took him back towards the bow, and then of course now they headed up the shoreline, so you should see them coming up off the building right now. We'll be back getting ready for the start of the Optis.
Stop at the start. We've got 20 seconds.
Okay, we've got the Optis right here at the stern of the boat. If you can hear a sound in the back of me like paper rattling, that is sails in the wind.
10 seconds.
And we are going to be going in 10 seconds off the start line. All the boats are here. We've got 10 Optis all ready to go bailing because the water is high. It's a windy day. Rough water start, and they're going right across our stern right here. 699, 188. Do we have anybody over? Nope. Good clean start. Coming in fast is last off the line, and we've got just a near miss here. Coming back through the start, and I think he had to do a turn. Okay, Dallas, what do you see on that start just now?
That was a good start. As usual, Emmett and Sonny and Tyrese were very aggressive at the start. They got they got out of there clean. They weren't getting gassed by anybody, so that's what you want at the start. You want to get out of there with clean air so that you're not having to do an attack early that you don't want to do. So on your screen right now, far right is Emmett in 188. He has a good advantage. He's windward of Tyrese, who is 650, and he's directly ahead of Sonny, who is 699. What I'd love to see from either of those guys, Sonny or Tyrese, I'd love to see them tack away and go off on their own course and see if they can maybe catch Emmett by doing something smart instead of just trying to sail when he's sailing. So it looks like Sonny was going for it. He tacked away, but Emmett, of course, is not going to let him go, so he's covering.
Right on top.
Yep, Tyrese is going to sail on. He's going to continue on starboard. Let's see how that works out. But this has been some good competition up at the front. Sonny and Emmett have been close on all of the races so far. Tyrese has been maybe 30 seconds to a minute behind them. We've been very impressed with Christina's performance so far. A couple of fourth places. That's a nice surprise from her. I think her size and her height is helping her out a whole lot in this breeze. Right there you can see the little Optis pounding through the chop in Elizabeth Harbor. It's blowing at least 18 right now. We've got some serious whitecaps, some nice gusts coming right down Elizabeth Harbor. Perfect sailing conditions. Some of the guys are complaining that it's a little too heavy, but I think it's fun. Better than drifting around. They don't like drifting around, so at least they're able to move fast. So the ones that are strong, the ones that have a little bit of endurance, maybe a little bit of stamina, they're going to have a good time today. They get to put some pressure on their boats, and they get to really sail them hard. You can see Tyrese at the bottom of your screen. There's Little D, who was over the line at the start, so he had to dip back. That's why you saw him turn around and go back through the line. If you're over the line at the start, you're not disqualified. You can turn around and go back through the start and basically reset yourself. So it puts you at a disadvantage, but at least you can still get in the race, so you're not out of the race. Right there, coming right towards you with the white hat on, that's Christina Manos. Look at her hiking out, man. She's getting physical today. I love it. I love it. Right on top of her is Tylan Storr. He's having a good regatta. That nice 5th place in that second race, that really set him up to be in the top 6 right now, so we're pretty impressed with him. And then on top of him right now, number 36, finally we see some action from the younger McKenzie brother. That's Trayshawn McKenzie, who had a lot of trouble on the second race. He capsized a couple of times. So we're seeing if he can maybe put a race together here. They should be fine going upwind. It's when they come around that top mark and they really got to put a lot of speed on the boat, and the bows start to go underwater, and they just don't have the size to really keep the bows up. That's where they really struggle, and they got to spill a lot of sail. So the problem that a lot of guys have is they allow water to gather up in their boat, and then they start sinking. They can't get the boat out. There's Willem Brainen right there, number 690. He had some trouble in the second race too, but he managed to at least finish the race, so that's good. Gets him some points instead of a did not finish. So let's see if he can have a full race without any issues. And he's going across probably his buddy, Lil D. The two of them can't seem to separate from each other. And he's having some trouble. Got stuck in irons there. Let's see if he can get his boat clear.
Wind's coming down.
But we got the Sunfish going around the jibe mark now. Tanaj has another big lead. And Dai is in second place right now. And Joss is in third. And then we have, looks like Noshan. So this should be a good day for Noshan. He's got the size in these boats to really keep the boat down. So that's how it's stacking up in the Sunfish. Looks like the same cast of characters. So there's Dai on your screen right there in second place. Joss is going to be behind him, and Noshan is in fourth. And if we go way to the right, you'll see Tanaj's sail way off in the distance. He's sorry, the left. My bad. I got my directions wrong. But we have Tanaj with another big lead in the Sunfish. There he is. He's already heading to the downwind mark. Dai's in second place. And so this will be a good setup. If Dai can hold on and finish this race in second, he will actually have a lead over Joss going into the last Sunfish race of the day. And I think he'll be pretty happy with that. We call Dai Mr. Fourth Place because every regatta so far, I think he's come fourth in all of his Opti races, his E-Class races, and if he fights hard enough, he could end up with a third in Sunfish. There he is right there, number 11. He's having a great regatta. He's working really hard. Reg, what do you think of Dai? You think he's got a shot?
Oh, he's doing well. I think he's got a shot. The wind's going to stay where it is. And catching up is hard today, Dallas.
Yeah.
Very, very hard. Once you get behind today, it's going to be difficult to, because as I said, the wind moves around, and of course the lead boats are staying on top of you. You saw Emmett just covers anybody that looks like they're going to challenge him.
Yeah.
He covers immediately. So he's out front. He's way out front already.
It's tough too when the lead boat has a lead and a lot of speed.
And a lot of speed.
They're so fast, you don't have a lot of time to catch them. I mean, the final leg from the downwind buoy to the finish is no more than maybe 5 or 6 minutes. That's not a lot of time to catch a boat that has, a minute lead on you. So really, when you jump out in front, most of the time, whoever gets to that windward mark first, they're going to hold on, and they're going to hold on unless it's a close race. But there's Joss on your screen right now. He's working really hard.
Silly, like turn back on.
Right. If they get on the wrong side,
the boat behind.
Exactly. There's Joss going around the jibe or reach mark now, but the wind has shifted so much it's not even a jibe mark anymore. So he is hiking. He's got full speed going on that boat right there. He's one of the lighter guys, so these off-wind legs are pretty good for him. But you see up there, way in the front is Tanaj. Second place, Dai. Third place, Joss. And we're looking at the Optis right now. Emmett is around the windward mark so far. And there's nobody else very close to the windward mark. Sonny is the next one, but he still has a ways to go. So Emmett has the biggest lead of the regatta so far. First around the windward mark. Looks like Sonny is going to be second. And we'll get you the results of the standings in that race as soon as we can. But so far, Emmett in the lead in Optis, Tanaj in the lead in Sunfish. Race number 3.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America. And
You are watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
this shore is shoring, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when they get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. The timber is made up with his main line and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Someone sweet
Right now, there's Emmett. He's the leader in the Opti race. This is probably the biggest lead he's had on Sunny so far. But in this breeze, that lead could disappear pretty quickly. One wrong move, and you flood your boat or you tip over, and Sonny will be on your case in a heartbeat. So there's Emmett, 188. He is your leader. There's Sonny, 699. He is in second place for the third consecutive race. And Sonny is he's only here for 4 months of the year, and this is only his second regatta, and he is doing incredible. He works extremely hard. He's one of those guys that just studies the sport to make sure that he can be good at it. So there goes Sonny, and it looks like in third place, let's see who it is. Is it Tyrese once again, or has somebody else snuck in there? and challenging for third place. So I want to know, is it 650 or is it 190? It's 190. Yes. Dallas Clark is in the mix finally. Here we go. Let's see if he can hold on. Reg, finally, we have somebody else stepping it up.
All right.
We're going to bring the drone back in and make sure we can catch the finish of this Opti race, but it's coming into a good one right now. We got Little D in third. So let's see if he can hold on and get a good finish.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This sure is sure, oh when you come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Jumbo is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. It's always made up, this mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This your assurance, oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Ex-summer is made up with his mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say, you find a friend, we hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Anywhere the wind blows, it blows like that to me. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You've been here once, you're coming back twice. 'Cause truly, it's so marvelous. Michael rolled about the show. Oh, no, we didn't know. Got them coming back for more. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Oh, Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let-me-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this.
Phenomenal. I know that the sailing club is celebrating 10 years this year. 2013 to 2023 it is already. and 5 years of the Exuma Sailing Club, their regatta. And so it's a fabulous thing that they're doing for the community, giving the children some direction and learning a sport that they can use in their lives forever.
Today is the day when we feel as though we need to give back, and we are happy that Dallas has started the club, because the club now is the glue for young kids to develop. My son is in school in the States because this club helped him to develop his maturity and organization.
Exuma Sailing Club Regatta has given me the opportunity to continue to grow as a sailor. Each regatta, for each year that I've been in it, I've gotten to sail against all of my peers in fierce competition, and it helped me continue to grow as a sailor and see the opportunity that sailing will be able to give me in the future. And some of my core memories and some of the best times that I've ever had have been at the ESC Regatta, sailing against Alvin and E-Class and Sunfish, and sailing against Fonte and and Sunfish constantly. Like, those chances to battle against some of my peers were what helped me be able to keep growing as a sailor.
Oh my gosh, we love you so much. We don't know, I can't imagine this community without you guys. You make such a difference, and we thank you from the bottom of our heart. We will continue to support the Exuma Sailing Club and the sailing community here because it's essential for what we do, and for the kids to learn swimming and sailing is an amazing thing. And thank you.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shoring, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when they get here, you hear them. Oh no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. The tumor is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-do, the-ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. It's always made up, this mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-do, the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shoring, oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, like someone sweet.
All right, we're live back again. You just watched Emmett finish his third consecutive victory in the Opti class, and Sonny is going to be second. Right now, Little D is throwing a wrench in the mix. He is going to be third if he can hold on to his position, and Christina is going to be fourth. Trayshawn and Tyrese have slipped down just a little bit, so we'll see where Tyrese ends up, but this could affect the overall standings. We're gonna cancel race 4 for today because the wind has just picked up a lot and the kids are getting very tired, and the weather tomorrow is supposed to be so much nicer. So we're gonna try to get more races in tomorrow. We'll probably do 3 tomorrow in addition to the 3 today. So we're letting the kids head in early, and we're gonna watch Little D fight with Christina for third place. So on your screen right now, there's Little D, BAH 190, Dallas Clark. He's on a port tack. Christina is going to be to his right. He just tacked, and you can see her right up there at the top of your screen. So he's well ahead of her. That's her right there at the top with the white hat. So he's going across her bound now. She's going to tack, or she got stuck, big shift. And now he's going to, looks like he's going to have third place locked up, but I have seen crazier things. So we'll see, but it looks like he is in good shape for a third place finish, which would be exactly what we're looking for from him. This should have been him from race 1. This is what he's capable of, and this is what we were hoping to see from him a little more consistently. But there he is. We took him to Nassau for Opti Nationals last year. He won one of the races. I think he was third overall in the Green Fleet. He did amazing. He's one of our better sailors. He's got good size. He's got decent boat handling. I think the thing he just has to improve on is a little bit of the concentration aspect of it. But here he is. He beat one of the Sunfish, so he started later and passed the Sunfish, and he's going to finish ahead of Jerron there. So Little D is in good shape for a third overall finish. This should move him up in the standings to probably fourth place, and this might move Christina up into third place if she can hold on to where she is now, because I still don't see Tyrese. I think I see him now. He's in about 6th place. So this should be a little bit of a shake-up. And if we can get all 6 of our races in, the kids will get to drop one of their races. So that will affect the overall standings. But right now, it's looking good for Little D. We're impressed that he has managed to sail in the heaviest race of the competition so far and have his best result. So good for him. You're going to hear my whistle in just a second as he goes through the line. And there it is, Little D in third. Good race for him. Christina is solidly in 4th place, so she'll take another 4th. And that is very good for the two of them. We're going to get you some standings later on to see how they're all stacking up. But so far it's looking good for Emmett in first, Sonny in second, and now third has gotten a little tighter between Christina and Tyrese. And Little D's now moving up into the mix too. So we're going to get back at you later, but for right now, enjoy the rest of the drone footage of the Opti race. And we're going to be moving into the sloops in a little bit this afternoon, and we're going to bring you that coverage from up under Crab Key, because it's probably just a little too dangerous to sail out here with the kids. We don't want anybody to sink again. So we'll be back at you very soon.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they're coming from far. They're coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This shore is shoring, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know. Say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know. Like someone sweet like that. The timber is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, levy-go, levy-do, the ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this.
You were watching the 5th Annual ESC Regatta.
Someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. It's Exuma is made of this mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. South these winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. Inviting you down to my hometown. This your assurance, oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. Exuma is made up with his mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say, you find a friend. We hear them, oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that.
All right, you just watched Tylen Store come through the finish line in 5th place. Another consecutive 5th place finish for him, so he will hold on to his position probably in the top 6. Right there on your screen, BAH36, that's Trayshawn McKenzie. He's going to beat his brother Tyrese, so that's a bit of an upset for him in the light breeze. Trayshawn is one of our smallest guys, but congrats to him going around the race course in this type of breeze. This is why we love the Optis, because it allows these little guys when they're so young to sail in some very challenging conditions. So imagine if you're a 10-year-old and you're sailing in 20 knots and you do that for 4 or 5 years. By the time you're 15, I mean 20, 16, 18 knots, that's not going to scare you at all, man. You're gonna be ready for that. So here's Trayshawn. He's through. That's a 6th place finish for him. That's his best finish of the regatta so far. And the next one up is going to be Tyrese. So Tyrese is going to have a 7th place. And let me see if I can do some quick math. Good. All right, so that will mean Tyrese will have 13 points after 3 races. Little D is going to have 16 points after 3 races, so he's still behind. And Christina is going to have 12 points. So Christina is now in 3rd place in the Optis going into tomorrow. That's incredible. A couple of good races for her. So now we're going to watch as Tyrese tries to finish, and then we have Tiandre Brown down there. He's going to finish the race, so that's impressive for him as well. These guys are doing amazing.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This sure assurance, oh when they come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. Exuma is made up with his mainline and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. Exuma is made of this mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like these. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them? Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh, no, we didn't know, someone sweet like that. Oh, no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. inviting you down to my hometown. This your assurance, oh, when you come down. Oh, no, we didn't know sex must be like this. Oh, no, we didn't know sex must be like that. Exum is made up with his mainland and keys. And still all these, there's no place like this. You've been here 3 times, you're coming again. Oh, 'cause we don't know, say you find a friend. You hear them, oh no, we didn't know, say it must be like this. Oh no, we didn't know, it must be like that. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Anywhere the wind blows, it blows like that to me. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You've been here once, you're coming back twice. 'Cause truly, 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 it's so marvelous. Michael roll about the show. Oh, no, we didn't know. Got them coming back for more. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Oh, no, we didn't know. This ain't funny. Hear them, oh, no, we didn't know. Oh, 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 oh. Southeast winds are blowing down Elizabeth Harbor. Oh, let me go, let me do the ling-a-ling. You hear them, oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Oh no, we didn't know, say, someone sweet like this. Oh no, we didn't know, it's someone sweet like that. Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They bringing down our stone to pick the gift up. Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They bringing down our stone to pick the gift up. Oi, 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 oi.
All right, you just watched Heidi Ampleman finish. This is approaching 19, 20 knots of breeze. She weighs about 50 pounds. She's only been sailing for a year, and that's only 4 months of the year. So she is doing incredible in this regatta. For her to complete this race, a lot of the bigger guys have already dropped out. So good for her. What a great race for her. She is really tough. Very, very fierce competitor. Great to see her in there duking it out in the heavy breeze. There are her parents right there. I'm sure they're really proud of her. So she's heading back into the safety of the cove now, and we're going to come back with the E-Class this afternoon, guys.
Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me? Hey mama, hey grandpa, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down to my hometown. This sure assurance, oh when you come down. Smiling faces over here. This welcome awaits you. Oh, when you get here, you hear them. Oh no, we didn't know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap for the morning session of the ESC 5th Regatta. We had some challenging conditions for some of the kids. The wind was up and down. Started off pretty steady, 14 knots, but it really picked up late in the afternoon here. So we've decided to scrap the 4th race and let them head in early so they can catch their breath. A lot of these guys are going straight into the sloops this afternoon, so we want them to have a little bit of energy left. But we had some great performances. Obviously, Tanaj dominating the Sunfish, which is what we expected in these conditions. He's got the build, he's got the height. These are definitely the conditions that he would love. Dai is in second in the Sunfish, which is a nice surprise. He's sailing really, really well. Joss is hot on his heels, but with all the breeze, the smaller guys are definitely struggling a little bit. In the Optis, no surprise there. We got Emmett in first place, Sonny right behind him in second. And now a little bit of a mix-up in the last race. We got Christina Manos coming into third. So she is now third overall into the Optis, which would be a big surprise, a huge upset if she can hold on to that position tomorrow. Tyrese has had that position pretty solidly wrapped up, had a little bit of a slip up in this last race, came seventh, so he dropped down a bit, and Little D managed to sneak in ahead of him to just be a couple of points behind now. So going into tomorrow, it's going to be some good races because there's some people that really are close to the podium, and they're going to be trying really hard to get on there. And this afternoon, we're going to go into the sloops. We're going to get our first series race done, and that's also going to double as the Chat and Chill Ocean race. So that's going to be done up under Crab Key, where it's a little more protected for the guys, and they don't have to worry about struggling out here and possibly sinking again. So we're going to take a little break. We're going to let the kids catch their breath, put their boats away. We're going to reset the course up under Crab Key, and we're going to come back at you this afternoon with the first series race of the E-Class. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hey mama, hey gumba, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Hear me, hey mama, hey gumba, they coming from far. They coming from America and Canada. Inviting you down.